booktubers. Today I'm doing something that I know you guys have been wanting me to do for the longest time, and that is giving Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger a second chance. If you do not know, I read it for the first time in like 7th grade, and while I didn't hate it, I just didn't love it, and I didn't feel at that time like continuing with the series. But I'm a different reader now. I'm a changed person, and so in this vlog we're going to give it a second chance. And I might continue the series. I know the 9th book just got announced, which is insane. So yeah, I'm super excited to continue. I remember some of the basic plot points, but I forget so much about this book. So I'm super excited to read it again. I also got kind of a special edition. It was at the Target that is close to my school, and so I just bought it. It contains exclusive deleted scenes, and the pages are actually annotated, which I think is really cool. I wish more books did that. That's so cool. Here we go. Hopefully I like it. I'm currently 71 pages into Keeper of the Lost Cities, and so far I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's very fast-paced. I'm getting through it really quickly when I do take the time to read it. A lot of this plot is coming back to me, and I'm really liking where it's going and where it's heading. I'm super excited about it, and I like Sophie and Fitz's characters. I don't know about Alden yet. I just feel like he's very much of a cliche so far. But we'll see about that. The annotations that Shannon Messenger has in these are simultaneously just really funny, but they also do provide some insight into like the writing of this book and what she was thinking at certain points. There definitely are some flaws with this book already that I can kind of see. First of all, like the 12-year-old senior thing is kind of a little weird. I know it's possible, but I feel like no matter how smart you are, I don't know, maybe I'm just tripping, but I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. But it doesn't really mean anything to the plot, so whatever. I do want to see how the photographic memory is going to figure itself and be important in this book, because so far it's only been the telepathy that's been hugely important. But we'll see where that goes. I also think in the scene where she like holds the lantern up, how are there no cameras at the scene? I guess maybe like it's a fire and that's why all the cameras got destroyed. But come on, there's no other people there to even see it barely while they're running, or there's no cameras to capture it. And what did the driver think after? I'm a little shaky on that. Maybe it'll be explored as we go throughout the book and some news reporters come to their house. I want to see more of the mortal side, and the whole book not just be now this fantastical world. I want to see more of like her having to deal with her family, kind of like, you know, Harry and of course the Harry Potter series. But we'll see where that goes. But so far I'm really enjoying it, and I am super excited to see where it goes. It's kind of weird reading it because as I'm reading it, I'm also reading the archived, and in this book the main character also has the ability to not like read minds, but like if she touches someone, she can kind of hear all their thoughts, and it's kind of similar to Keeper of the Lost Cities. And also in the archive, like if she touches like the floor, she can see the history of that floor, and so it's kind of similar to Keeper of the Lost Cities. So that's also kind of a little weird, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, I will keep you posted as I continue reading the book. Obviously, this is a reading vlog. So it's been a day or two since I last updated you guys, and I think I was on page 78 then. Now I'm on page 293. I'm flying through this, and I'm really enjoying it. It still has its flaws, and there are definitely things I'm not liking about it, but like it's just a lot of fun to read. It's very easy to get through, and I'm finding myself invested in this story. I think Sophie's character is so interesting, and I'm loving her relationship develop with Adeline and Grady. I think that's amazing. It's so much fun to follow develop, and grow. And while I do feel like the school is definitely completely a Harry Potter ripoff, I still do like the school and multiple facets of it. I think it's very creative what you've done in some parts of it, especially with the lockers and the different classes and the one-on-one mentoring. I think that's kind of cool what she's done there. And I'm liking the large cast of characters that she's made for herself. And I'm super excited to see where this like Project Moonlark, not Foxfire, like Black Swan thing continues. I definitely remember reading about it when I read this initially, but I don't remember where it goes. I know that the cave had something to do with it, but that's the limit of what I remember. I'm finding frustrating how Alden is like not letting her figure out anything. Like, yeah, I realize some of it's classified information, but surely she can learn some of the information. Surely she has the ability to know some of it, especially because no one can invade her thoughts. Like, what's the worst she could do? Why not give her the information? Especially if she's going to be a big part of this. Another thing that I'm finding frustrating is like, Sophie keeps being surprised that she can do these very special things. When like, have you seen yourself? Have you even thought about what happened and why you're even here in the first place, and why there's classified information that you can't have? Like when she did that Splashy contest and when she won it, like why is she surprised? Like I get that it's very cool, but like I don't think she should be surprised as much as she is. What she did with Lady Galvin and like revealing that she did use her telepathy, I just loved that. That just revealed so much of her character, and it was just so interesting and so important. I do have some minor like critiques as well. Like midterms, why are they all on the same day? Like in my school, they used to be like you would have like English midterms this day, history midterms this day. But in this school, you just have them all on the same day, and then grades are revealed the exact next day. Like I just think that's so wrong. First of all, to have all of those exams on the same day, but also like so unrealistic. Like how are you gonna grade those so quickly? I just realized this entire thing was probably out of focus. Nice. Another critique is that Shannon Messenger loves using this one phrase that already got on my nerves, so now it's just getting on my nerves more. And it's like she held back the breath she'd been holding. In the popular usage, it's like she held back the breath she didn't realize she'd been holding, but here she realized she's been holding it, which I guess is the logical one, but still, like Shannon Messenger has written at least like 5 times in this book already, and it's just annoying me. And I am liking her annotations in this book. She has a decent amount of them every few pages or so, and I'm really liking them. She definitely goes in depth with some of them. I think you can see that. Yeah, I'll update you guys when I'm further into this book. Hopefully I can update you once more before I finish, because at the rate I'm going, I'm gonna finish it today. Okay, I am done with the book. I'm in the same shirt, it's the same day. I've read almost 300 pages of kotlc today, and I don't know how to talk about this book, because on one hand, like I'm going to continue in the series, but on the other hand, there was so much I didn't like about this book, and it was some stuff that annoyed me in the beginning, but I thought, like, you know, maybe it'll go away and it won't annoy me as much, but it just kept going on. And there's just so many things that annoy me about this book, and I don't know if it's just that, like, she's a debut writer and maybe it'll get better as we go throughout the book, but there's just so much that annoyed me about this book. First of all, Fitz and Dex's, like, characters were so alike. First of all, like, Keefe, I love Keefe. If Sokeefe's a thing, we ship Sokeefe. Like, we love Keefe. Fitz and Dex annoyed me so much. First of all, because they were both annoying characters. Like, they were just so annoying to Sophie, and they definitely crossed the line a couple of times, especially when she was recovering from what she did. But also they were so alike, like sometimes they felt like the same character, and I had to go back and I was like, okay, so was it Fitz that did this. Like, I just couldn't differentiate them sometimes. Yeah, that was a problem I had with the three main boys in the beginning, Keith, Fitz, and Dex. But as we went on, Keith, I just loved his comedy. I felt like he was always there for Sophie. I loved Keith as we got through this book, and I can't wait to see like if we get to learn more about his relationship with his dad, because that one scene that they had was really interesting. Also, the perfectness of this world, I don't like it. Like, everyone is pretty. It's just, I don't like it. She had like all three of them crushing on her at the same exact time, and like, and the amount of sexist things that were said by Dex and Fitz throughout this book, I don't remember if Q said them, he might have. But the amount of things he said that, like, girls aren't usually this strong or something like that, like, it just, and then also, I didn't notice this while I was reading, but it was brought up in a Goodreads review that I just read. There's, like, this structure, I didn't really focus on the goblins, but apparently there's a structure between the goblins and the elves, where the goblins are brown-skinned and the elves are all white-skinned, and the gnomes are obviously servants, and that's just incredibly racist. Maybe, all I could think of is maybe she's trying to, like, parallel our real world with that, but, like, even that, like, why would you try to do that? So even that has me a little iffy. I also hated how Sophie had so much information, like, not revealed to her, when it would have just helped for Alden to, like, guide her through it. Like, what was the point of not telling her about, like, his theories of her being created or stuff like that? Like, she is obviously so helpful to this. She's the reason. She's Project Moonlark. Like, it didn't make sense to me why he couldn't just tell her stuff. I get that she's 11, but at the same time, you already uprooted her entire family, made her leave her family, put her in a new school, did all of this new stuff to her. So, like, I mean, it's clear that they didn't really care about her emotions. So just tell her. That's another thing that I felt unrealistic. Like, she has to leave her parents, and then after, like, a few pages, she just, like, forgets about it. And I feel like that was something we should have had developed throughout the book. I don't know. I think another thing I read in a review was, like, oh, Sophie fits so much into, like, the chosen one trope, and she's so special, and she could do all of this, and she has all these abilities, and that's so annoying. But, like, I don't know if maybe I'm just not tired of that trope, but I feel like her being the special was important to the book. It's not like she just had all these abilities and, like, they weren't useful. It was just there. Like, no, she had a reason for being that powerful. Like, she was literally created. No duh, she's going to have a lot of powers and be really special. I did find it annoying, like, when she was constantly surprised by, like, hello, you were created. I know she didn't figure it out until kind of late, but, like, you were created. No duh, you have a lot of special abilities that you haven't even realized yet. Like, when she learned that she could afflict, I was like, I feel like you could do everything. Like, you probably can. You were created with that mindset and goal to make you, like, perfect. Like, no duh. Let me see if there's anything else in these reviews that kind of echoes what I was thinking, or, like, makes me think about something. Yeah, this review agrees with me. Like, Dex and Fitz were the Harry Potter, yeah, the Harry Potter comparisons, like, it shouldn't annoy me that much, but, like, come on, don't openly plagiarize. Like, it wasn't plagiarizing, but she clearly copied from Harry Potter. And even one of her annotations, it's like, I had this class that was going to be like Harry Magical Creatures, but I removed it because I didn't want people thinking it's too much like Harry Potter. We already think that. There's no hiding that, but at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine. This person also didn't enjoy Fitz. And, like, I can't fault Sophie for feeling, like, special, because she is. Yes, she should feel humbled, but at the same time, like, she is a very special person. This person also talked about, like, how she blushed too much and how she tugged on so many eyelashes. And I definitely agree. Like, the writing in this was very simple. Again, I think I told you before, like, Shannon Messenger repeated so many of the same sentences over and over again, and it got very annoying at a point. And she blushes so much, she shivers so much. I just feel like Shannon Messenger would know, because I'm pretty sure one of the annotations, like, I also took out my eyelashes, so I feel like she would know, like, what the limit is to that, because I don't know. But I feel like she would know the limit to that, so maybe she would write that realistically. I think she said, like, how does she have had any eyelashes left? I don't know, but I don't know. If they kept that in there, it must be scientifically possible. And I've seen a couple of reviews, the magic system doesn't make sense. Whenever I read fantasy books, I don't really focus on the magic system, because I don't really care about it that much. Honestly. Like, yeah, I understand it's a huge part of the plot, but I really just want to know what matters, and then I'll keep going. Like, I understood the basic gist, but apparently it has some flaws. I don't know. There's so much convenience here. Sophie nearly dies, and then she takes some tonic, and now she's all better. I find this hard to believe. They're elves. I feel like they would have something that they can give her. And come on, it's our main character. She's going to have plot armor, okay? Dex whining about how Sophie told Fitz first. Like, come on. You have to realize there's something more there, right? Like, Fitz is very important, and if you think about who his father is, just think about that. Overall, this was like a 4-star. I gave this 4 stars on Goodreads, but of course, since Goodreads is a great website. By the way, I read some tweets that Goodreads has been taking away our 5-star reviews, and if they have, that annoys me to no end. Like, and especially the 5-star reviews instead of like the 1-star ones, like, whatever. But it's more like a 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it. Feeling unsure, honestly, if I will continue because of the sexist and racist undertones. If anyone wants to comment, if you're even this far into the video, about that, I'd appreciate that, because I'm not sure anymore, but I enjoyed the book. I think it was a lot of fun. I don't even think I praised this book. I think I've just been ranting about it. I did enjoy it. It was a great adventure. It was a lot of fun. I loved Sophie. Oh my god. Grady and Adeline's, like, that entire story was so heartbreaking and so good, and especially that scene at the end where she chose them. I knew she would, but even when she did, it was so great. I don't, like, that's the best plotline in the book. You can't change my mind. I would read more of that than whatever we got with Dex and Fitz. Her relationship with Bianca, and how Bianca was forced to be friends with her, so Alden could keep an eye on her, but then eventually started to become friends with her, honestly and genuinely. I loved that as well. I think Sophie grew a lot through this book. I think she had a lot of hardship and she dealt with it. But yeah, with the sexist undertones, I feel like, I mean, Shannon Messenger is a girl, so maybe she does have a reason for writing those. I've been filming this last outtake for 16 minutes, so I will end it here. I read it again, and I still didn't really like it. But if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. Tell me, please, about your thoughts on the book and about what I just said in the comments down below. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye. Oh, and subscribe.